Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And Rob, I think we have bad news for the rest of the WNBA. I think Caitlin Clark has only scratched the surface of her talents. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so and hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next videos. Now, Rob, I know there's a lot of haters out there that don't think Caitlin Clark is any good still. I know Nick Wright had an interesting take recently. He said, if you don't recognize the brilliance of Caitlin Clark lately, you're just being dishonest. Mm-hmm. And I could think of a few other words besides dishonest.
Right.
And Rob, so I'm not worried about the haters because I think they're going to have mud on their face because I think Caitlin Clark has lived up to her expectations so far.
Right. I think so. I think so, Mark. And like we said, like our title, she's only scratched the surface. And we do, like, we point out her flaws, like she used to work on her mid-range game maybe. And, but overall, and of course her shooting, but I think that came because she was just tired. But with the rest that she has now, I think that'll improve. But overall, her game, if you're not watching her, or you're not watching, her game overall has so much potential just to go through the roof.
Right. And Rob, I've been watching her play for 4 years. So I've seen her develop, and her passing was, pretty good as a freshman and pretty good as a sophomore. Junior year, she took it to another level. And then senior year, I was watching games, and I sent a link to a game against, I think it was against Michigan, where there was like 5 unbelievable passes. I said, you got to watch this game. This is the most exciting and best passer in women's basketball history. And this is during her senior year. And I said that, and people said, oh, you're just overstating it. And now people see what I'm talking about. The passes that she has made in the last 10 games or so, the degree of difficulty is so high and yet so accurate. And the percentage of passes that she completes that are that high of degree of difficulty is really, really high, Rob. Usually when she has a turnover, it's because she forced it, not because she didn't have accurate pass.
Mark, I'm watching you. Like I said, I'm watching the games this year. And every game, she'll surprise the heck out of me. And then, like I said, her behind the back bounce pass, that's not a normal pass for anybody who's even played basketball. When I'm playing basketball, I'm not thinking behind back pass. I'm thinking my bounce pass, looking at the person. I'm not thinking where I'm going to get the ball and go behind my back and make an accurate bounce pass to my teammate for a layup. That's, for her, that's like normal. It's like it's just one of my normal passes.
Right, and almost none of her turnovers have been a behind the back pass that she attempted. They've all been on the money, which just shows you how good she is. And like I said, Rob, I don't know. Like I knew she was going to be really good, and I predicted, yeah, she has a pretty good chance of being first or second team All-Pro, and that's what I predicted. And that she would be one of the best players in the league. And I said, I don't think she'll be MVP the first year. That's unrealistic, especially when you go to a lousy team.
And
you're
coach.
Not going to get enough wins. And then, but I didn't even know her coach was bad. I just knew she was going to a lousy team or a bad team.
Right.
And so, but I think the way her passing has gotten better since she's been in the WNBA is even higher than I thought it was going to be. And we're only, 60% into her rookie year?
Yeah.
She's got another 14 games. And then next year they play 44 games instead of 40. So
it's 4 more games.
Can you imagine 8-10 years from now, the level of passing ability that she's going to have and how difficult that will be for the other team to stop her, especially if she gets her 3-point shot back?
I'm not even going 8 years, Mark. I'm going 3 years. I'm predicting 3 years.
Oh, no. I think she'll be great 3 years from now. But let's say even 8 years from now, she'll be better than 3 years from now. Of course, the growth won't be as big. But I think we just scratched the surface, and she may end up being even better than I thought she was going to be. And I thought she had the potential to be the greatest player of all time. Right. And I still think she does, and I think she will be. And I think it's because of her past.
I'm sorry, Mark. Sorry. She's definitely opened up my eyes. Definitely. Don't let her get her shot down. Like I said, don't let her get where she's hot and she can shoot that 3. Because then how are you going to guard her? You're going to come out on her three. She's going to dribble by you, go to the basket, and make a nice pass to her teammate. She's going to be unstoppable to guard.
Right. People joked about the range she had in her 3-point shot. Her range was like from the parking lot. Like she gets out of the car and and she has the keys in her hand. You still want to start covering her.
Right.
But with her passing, you could say the same thing. Literally, when she gets a rebound from 92 feet away, or 90 feet away, right off the rim, she's already looking to pass it someone underneath the basket.
Right.
An 88-foot pass.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no limit to her range on her passing. And for a woman, that's really unusual.
And the pass is accurate, Mark. She's just not getting the rebound and just tossing it down there. When she makes that pass, she sees the person open. Her vision's so good. She sees the person open, streaming down the court, and she hits her just almost like a quarterback, with going down the sidelines with a pass. Perfect, spiral right on the numbers, so the person can go in for a layup. I mean, it's just amazing. It amazes the heck out of me.
And people have to understand those assists are worth more than a normal assist. And some of the bounce passes that she has where someone cuts towards the basket and beats their man, those are worth more than normal assists because those are almost sure baskets, or at least they should be.
Yeah.
Because they're layups. And so they're worth more. And that's why they're so valuable. That's why she's such a deadly player right now, why she's so dangerous. And that's why they're double teaming and triple teaming in an all-star game, Rob.
And it still didn't help. She still got 10 assists in that game.
Four of them were fantastic, Rob.
Yeah, and four of them were great. And so just think, Mark, so with the Fever, if she can get some players, she got Boston. That's a settled one. She's got Boston. Maybe get another 3-point shooter. But if she gets people who can want to run the court and go with her, there's no stopping her.
No, Robin, she has not been hitting her 3-point shot as of late. And I think her legs and mentally she's tired. And she'll get that back, I think, after the Olympic break, which doesn't bode well for the rest of the league when she gets her 3-point shot back. And I think she can become even better at the 3-point shot and even better at creating her own shot.
Mm-hmm.
And as we talked about her weaknesses before, she has the off season to work on that, Rob, on her mid-range game, the little teardrop floater that she needs to work on, pull up and pop, jumper from 10 to 12 feet.
Yeah, posting up. Yeah.
And even posting up. I don't know if she's ever going to be Michael Jordan's turnaround jumper, but she could post up a little bit and do that kind of turnaround shot.
Mm-hmm.
And when she gets, and she's a hard worker and she wants to be better, and she gets all those into her game. Oh my God, her scoring is going to go up to 25 a game.
Yep,
I would think, and 25 a game and 12 assists, and never mind like 8 rebounds, Rob. That's really going to be difficult to stop for the other team, Rob.
So Mark, like I said, I'm not the math major. This said, she hit 25 points, and then she made 12 assists. Let's see, 25 plus 12, that's 37 points right there.
Well, no, the assists are worth 2, Rob.
Right, but I mean,
sometimes 3.
Yeah,
so you aren't a math major, Rob.
Right. See, I told you I'm not a math major.
24 and 25. It's 49
yeah.
plus some more threes. You're going to be up to closer to 55 points.
Right. That's 55 points a game. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So who knows, Rob? I do think that the league's in trouble, and I think she is very, very competitive, and she works really hard at her game. So that's why I've always thought she had the potential to be the greatest player of all time. Not just because there's women that are more athletic. Like Juju Watkins is more athletic than her. That doesn't mean she's going to be a better player. And I think Juju Watkins will be a great, great player, both in her college career and her pros. But there's something special about her competitiveness and the hard work that she puts in. And I think that's going to make the difference for her. And I think that's going to make her even more deadly than she is now. And what are you going to do? Put 4 women on her when she gets the ball at 92 feet? When she comes out of the backboard, she's at 92 feet away from the basket at that point.
Right. I know. Yeah. So the league, I mean, better watch out. And then unfortunately, you're still going to have the ESPN haters saying that she's not. They're not going to change, that's okay. If someone's hating you, that's not your point to change their mind. That's
I know, Rob, because Skip Bayless proved you could be a hater when LeBron James is winning 4 MVPs in 5 years or in 6 years, whatever he did, and winning championships. He was still hating on himself. When he was established himself as one of the top 3 players of all time, someone's hating on him. So I know it's gonna be there. If and when she becomes the best player in the league and then she wins multiple championships, they're just gonna look silly. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I think that's gonna happen. And I think, like I said, her passing developed even quicker than I thought it was gonna be. So
I want to see the people within a year or two, the ones that were saying all these things about her. I want to hear their commentary. Oh yeah, I always thought that she was don't say I always said that she was. No, you did not say it. I always said.
Well, Rob, YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, they usually don't, unless they delete it. Those things are all up there, Rob.
Yeah, so right there.
I think they're going to have mud in the face, and I'm going to say I told you so, Rob.
Yep.
And I'm ready to say it because I think I underestimated how quickly her passing could become even better than it was before. And Rob, and we know that her off the ball defense is pretty good and her defensive rebounding is good. The only thing that I'm concerned about is whether she becomes a great on-ball defender. Because I think she'll get the 2-point game down. I think she's no problem. She'll get that.
Yeah.
That she can just do with practice.
Right.
She needs to improve her technique, and also she has to put the effort into it 100% of the time, because the problem is when you're the whole offense where she's shooting and she's dribbling and she's also taking shots, that takes energy.
Yes, it does.
And that's why in Iowa, she didn't always play proper defense, because they were saving her energy for the offense because she was 80% of the offense. Mm-hmm. So in WNBA, if she wants to be the best player of all time, she has to have some good on-ball defense.
Right. She's got to step up on that.
If she gets that down, there's really, because I think the other things are just going to happen. There's going to be no flaws to her game, Rob.
For me, it's pretty easy for her to improve that on-ball defense. Most of these, just like when I was playing, most of the people are right-handed. So what you do, you cheat. And even if they bring that ball in the left hand, they're not that good dribbling with the left hand. So you cheat, like I said, force them left, or cheat to that side with a right hand. And that improves your ball on the ball defense immensely.
Right. And her stance, Rob, that you mentioned before, she doesn't bend her knees enough. Yeah. And like I said, I still maintain she needs to hire someone like Drew Holiday in the offseason and help her with the on-ball defense, even if it's for a day or a week. Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised she does that, Rob. Because it's not like it's unheard of. Other players, hired people for post moves and stuff like that. I think she should do that. And I believe she probably will. But that's an off-season work on. You don't become great on-ball defender overnight. As Rob could tell you, it takes a while. It takes practice, and it takes – I know how to spell it too, Rob.
Yep.
W-O-R-K. I'm not doing push-ups. I'm not going to force me to do push-ups. I know how to spell defense.
I got you. Okay. I'm watching you.
So, Rob, I am convinced that barring a major injury, she will be the greatest player in WNBA history.
Yep. And just scratching the surface, Mark. Like we said,
I think she's just scratching the surface. And I think the league sees that too. I mean, these women are basketball players. They watch WNBA way more than I do, and women's basketball. They know what I just said is probably true. Probably.
Well,
100%.
They play against her, and when you're playing against somebody who's like phenomenal like that, when during the game you're going like, damn.
They were trying to recruit her at the All-Star game,
right?
Not because she has too many turnovers, but because she's a great player,
right?
And I will say that she'll always have a higher percentage of turnovers than a normal point guard because she makes some high degree difficulty, high risk, high reward type of passes. Mm-hmm. But as long as her assist to turnover ratio is high, that's what matters. I don't think it's ever going to get to John Stockton, because John Stockton was way better than everybody else at 3.75. But most of the great point guards were between 2 and 3 assist to turnover ratio, and she needs to get it to that.
But
and
Mark,
really make her a great player.
Mark, if she does that, she's padding her stats. Mark, if she does that,
well, I can't do anything about that. If she wants to pad her stats, whatever, let her do it. So let us know what you think. You think she just scratched the surface? Because I think so. Mm-hmm. And I think the league's in trouble. That's what I think.
So I agree. I think so too, Mark.
We'll see what happens. Anyways, if you like this video, hit the like button. You haven't subscribed yet. What are you waiting for? We're trying to get 3,000 subscribers, and we need your help. And hit that notification bell when you do, so you get notified of our next videos. And join us live I'm excited about this, Rob. How many days away? Let's see. Today is Wednesday.
Don't ask me. I'm not the math major.
Wait a minute. I'm figuring out. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 3 days away
3 days. Okay.
from the Olympics. 3 days away. I can't count on Rob. I got to count it on my finger. July 27th to August 10th. We're going live 2 to 5 Eastern time because prime time in Paris. I love the Olympics. I'm psyched for this, Rob. That's when the marquee events are. So please join us for that. Our normal live show is Mondays, 6 to 8 Eastern time, except for the major holidays. And if you want to donate to this channel, please do so in the super chats down below. And also you can hit PayPal. There's a link down below also for that. All right. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.